So let's start off with Obsidian Ant's new video. Let me actually stop the music. So this one is called The Future of Starfield, Bethesda Talk about what's next. It was like posted 23 hours ago, so it's a fairly new and fresh video.
So today we've got a brand new update from Bethesda. They're discussing the future.
Also, I was surprised that this was the guy behind the voice, right? Because I never saw him before this.
Future of Starfield. They said they're going to be supporting the game for many years to come, and that there are there's plenty of future updates. These future updates will include city maps, DLSS support for NVIDIA cards, and much more.
Didn't they already like post that there's gonna be like a small patch in the next couple of days that is gonna give us DLSS support like natively without any mods and anything? 6.5 grumblings was pretty hateful. I mean, nah, come on. It was realistic.
So we're going to take a look at this new blog post and see exactly what Bethesda have to say. Let's jump on over to that. The blog post then starts simple enough with thanking players for being involved with the game and supporting it, purchasing it, I guess, or playing it on Xbox and Game Pass, however they've had access to it. We know from the last piece of information we've had from Microsoft that the game now has 6
Speaking of the camera not being centered,
million active players, or 6 million different players, and it actually hit 1 million concurrent players around about release. Now, they go on to say that they're going to be supporting the game for years and years to come, so please keep all the feedback coming. That's good to know, and of course, there's been a lot of feedback. Not all of it is positive. I'm sure Bethesda are well aware of this. There's some features that a lot of people are actively asking for and really believe should have been in the game right for this.
honestly, the only thing that I would love to see changed is the loading screens. Like, that's one of... You know what the weirdest thing is? There was actually, like, no need, from my understanding, there was no need to have, like, that many loading screens. So if you take Neon as an example, if you played it, you would know what Neon is. It's like a planet or, like, a landing zone. It doesn't matter. So there is a way to smuggle Aurora, which is like a drug, out of Neon, because if you go through the checkpoint right to your to your ship, you will get scanned and you will get fined and you will be like thrown into jail. So there is a way to go around the whole thing, and you got to go all the way up to the top of the platform, all the way up to the the roofs or rooftops of Neon, of the city itself, and you got to jump from like the highest point and like basically jetpack down. And to get to there, you have to go through like 6 loading screens. Even though you can actually see that like everything is actually connected, because like you can drop down and you don't really need to like have those loading screens. So like that got me thinking that maybe they just didn't animate the doors and and then like gave us the loading screens. Like, I have no idea why Neon is that bad, but like if loading screens weren't that much of a thing in Starfield, I believe that Starfield would be such a much better game, honestly. What's up, Patchism?
But it seems that Bethesda do have their ears open, and we'll get around to it at some point. They've said, even if we don't get to your request immediately, we'd love to do it in the future, like city maps, and that would be a really nice addition. Our priority right now is in making sure any top blockers or bugs or stability issues are addressed, and adding quality of life features that many are asking for. Now, this of course makes sense. Whilst I don't think the game is as badly broken or anywhere near as badly broken as some of their previous RPGs have been upon release, there are still plenty of bugs.
Do you know how many times I fell asleep listening to Obsidian Ant? He's like my ASMR guy, honestly.
And plenty of issues that could do with being fixed. And chief amongst these, of course,
loading screens are between areas that are not part of the main map. Yes, but okay, so you land and you have like the main map. You land on the platform on Neon. Then you have a loading screen, and I'm like, this is from the top of my head because I didn't play it in like a couple of days. So you land, you have a loading screen with the elevator from the platform to the main city. And then you have another loading screen to go into the suburbs or whatever it's called. I forgot the name. And yeah, like from there, well, I guess the main area then, like the main where like all the shops are and all of that, maybe that is behind the loading screen. But it's so small that like it doesn't like it's just weird. Like for a PC game in 2023, it's just fucking weird. Honestly, it's understandable for like Xbox games and like console games, but even for that, I think it's like, come on, like we had Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't remember a single fucking loading screen between areas in that game, but I might be wrong.
Is performance. Now, on a related note, Nvidia have just released a driver update
What's
that
up,
will
Rick?
give a slight boost in performance for Nvidia cards users. Specifically, though, this is only for users of the RTX 3000 and 4000 series cards. It doesn't seem to bring any improvements for older Nvidia cards, so yeah, that is a bit on the unfortunate side. Going back to Bethesda's list here, though, this first update is a small.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So it's gonna be a hotfix that's gonna be available soon.
Which is a
Maybe it's like already on Steam. I'm not sure.
My throat's a bit funny here, and voice of actually coming down with a bit of a cold, so it's probably causing me to sound a little bit rough. Anyway, this first update is a small hotfix targeted at a few
FOV slider, ultra wide monitor support.
Top issues we're seeing. After that, expect a regular interval of.
Oh, you know what? I have one more. Suggestion for Bethesda, even though they're not watching, but sure. You know the powers that you get, like the force push and all of that. They're not shown on the screen. You select them, and you have no idea what you have selected. So a couple of times I was like encumbered, and I was running to sell my shit or whatever. I don't remember. And I was like on New Atlantis, and I thought I had my oxygen bubble power, whatever it's called, selected. But I pressed 1, which is like right next to the number 2 on the keyboard, right? So I just force pushed like, I don't know, 50 NPCs, and they all just like fell down, and I got a crime stat or like whatever you want to call it, a bounty and all of that. So yeah, we really need to know like what we have selected.
Updates that have top community requested features, and these include the brightness and contrast controls. Very strange they weren't in from the start. HDR calibration menu, again strange they weren't in from the start, but nice to see that Bethesda are looking at these. An FOV slider. If you're on a PC, you can modify the field of view through the any files
With the
if you're
mods.
willing to mess around with the game
Yes.
files a little bit. But it'd be very nice to have this built into the game. They're also going to introduce NVIDIA DLS support for PC. This is going to be a very big deal and should see some significant.
This is so weird that they didn't like release this with the game. It's like they fucking forgot. Okay, HDR. I mean, sure. I don't think like all of us are using HDR. Some of us are. What's up, Chargune? What's up? So, like DLSS support is very fucking important right now. Ultra wide support, very fucking important right now. FOV slider, very important forever now. Like, imagine Counter-Strike 2 getting released. I mean, yeah, it's a competitive game. It's a bit different, but still. Like, Counter-Strike, I remember, like, 1.3 that we played back in the day, and it also had a FOV slider. Well, it didn't have a slider, right? It was like a console command. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter. Like, since then, a lot of things have changed, and, like, FOV sliders are fucking important.
Boosts for PC players who happen to have NVIDIA graphics cards. 32 by 9 ultra-wide monitor support for the PC. Now, I play on a 21 by 9 monitor, and that does have support. 32 by 9 is much wider than my monitor. I didn't realise it didn't currently have support for that, so nice to see that. And the other one is just a very small quality of life update, which is an eat button for food. So we're working closely with NVIDIA. They go on to say AMD and Intel driver support, and each update will include new stability and performance.
I actually managed to burn myself.
I think that's perhaps one of the biggest issues the game currently has. Aside from some of the gameplay issues people are pointing out, I think one of the major issues a lot of people have is problems with performance. And I've even heard people running RTX 3080 Ti's are not getting ideal performance. I'm not sure about higher spec graphics cards. I've got an RTX 4090 myself, and in some of the areas I'm getting around about 70 frames per second running at.
Yeah, which is weird, especially if you're like recording with OBS. The frame rate just like tends to dip in certain areas, like and in certain times. So on New Atlantis, in the mast zone or whatever it's called, mast district, when it's like dusk or dawn and the lighting is so cool, the game is super choppy. Sometimes it even like crashes because like it basically overloads my 7950X and my 4090. It's crazy.
Ultra settings.
Even without OBS,
really to top
it's super choppy.
Resolution and top.
And it's not like it doesn't look that great. It's nothing fucking revolutionary. It's just like badly optimized.
Settings on.
And I'm wondering how does it work on Xbox then?
It's more of a demanding game than Starfield, but I haven't sat down to do any actual hardware comparisons. But if you are interested in hardware performance issues and all that lot, it's always well worth checking out the Digital Foundry, and they've put up a few Starfield related videos over the past few days. So I will link those in the video description actually, so if you want to check those out, do take a look. Finally, towards the end of the blog post here, they go on to say, additionally, we're working on our built-in mod support creations that will work across all platforms, similar to what we've done with Skyrim and Fallout 4.
Okay.
This fuller support is planned to launch early next year. I would guess around about March maybe, but they haven't narrowed down any dates yet. Until then, we know our PC community...
So what I'm understanding from this is that we will not need to go to Nexus to download mods.
Is already very active in the modding space. And if you have any feedback on how we can make this better, please let us know. Modding and creating in our games will always be a vital part and important part of who we are. And we love seeing the community get off to such a strong start. I do believe at this point there's probably a few thousand mods for Starfield on Nexus Mods. Some of these mods are very useful functionality wise, and some of them are actually a lot of fun as well. So yeah, those are also worth checking out, and I'll be doing some videos on them over the coming days. Keep an eye out for that. But that's a very short video today. Like I say, I'm feeling a little bit rough, so we'll be keeping this one short, but it's a great update nonetheless. Let me know what you think about all of this yourselves. Are you looking forward to the addition of city maps? Are you looking forward to...
This is not really the future of Starfield. It's the near future. It's like the current state and what's happening right now.
And what's your thoughts on performance in general?
Yeah, so there's going to be like a big-ass DLC that's supposed to be out in March. So... that's what people think will happen, and they asked Bethesda, and they didn't deny it. So yeah, you can expect a DLC like around March, and we're gonna get like a lot of more content. And I know that some modders are currently working on making vehicles. We're not gonna watch those videos and like go into all of that. But yeah, so there's going to be ground vehicles that are going to be modded in fairly soon. Probably just like used assets from a store or whatever.
When it comes to Starfield, do you think some driver support might be the ticket that we need? Or do you think it's more fundamental issues and largely to do with...
Bethesda Mod Creator Club mods are with a fee. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, so you will need Nexus anyway. Yeah.
The way the game has been
God
optimized
damn
itself. Let me know in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
Remember that video? Before we finish, actually, let me
guys
let
and
me
girls
show
next
you the
time.
link. Remember that video before Starfield got released? There we go. What's up, JT? So, there was a video that we watched about like the modders already working on the game because they got the review copy and they had like a full-on like website where they will fix everything. Like they were trying to recruit people and recruit modders to. Oh, this actually looks pretty good. Oh, it's Obsidian Ants. I think we watched that. So that got me thinking. Like back when we watched it, it got me thinking that like, what if Bethesda has a website, or like they're the owners of the website and they're like recruiting people to it's like the perfect crime, right? So they will like recruit people to fix their game. So what they're doing there is like with the mod creator club, because I don't fucking know, I never like played any modded Fallout or whatever. It's crazy that they actually want to like make you pay for that, and 75% goes to Bethesda and 35% to the creator. It's nah. I don't like it, but the video is cool. So there you have it. You have it in the. Hopefully, it's in the chat on both on YouTube and Twitch, because my chat is not really working that well. Yeah, as for I was talking about the community patch. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I don't really get it. Like, see, like Jack here is we don't really have arguments right now, but like the thing is, I'm like, I want Bethesda to make a good game. I want a AAA fucking studio to make a good fucking game, and I will make a review. And I made a review, and I said it's like 6.5 out of 10, and I think that was fair. But you have, oh my god, this fucking AC is too loud. Give me a sec. But I don't know, Jack. I don't think that Jack really liked that. And honestly, like whenever we talk about Starfield, he will always say like, "Yeah, modders are gonna make it better. It's gonna be a great game after a while." Blah blah. But like, that's completely understandable. But why shouldn't we expect a good fucking product from a AAA company like Bethesda? They've been making games for fucking decades now. Like what, the first Fallout was released what, in 1996, 1997, something like that. And then you had like all the Skyrim, the fucking Morrowind, the Fallout series and all of that. And we're still expecting, even though they're like a AAA multi-billion dollar company, we're still expecting the modders to fix their fucking games. That's what I just don't understand here. Like, yeah, I completely understand that this game is gonna get better. Like, Cyberpunk was shit on release, and after a while, it got fixed. Not by the modders, but by CD Projekt Red, and now it's a good game, right? But it was really bad for a while. EA released Jedi Survivor. It was really bad for a while, and I think it's still bad. It's actually 7 years, 400 million, 500 devs that worked on Starfield. I've heard that they have outsourced a lot for Starfield, like 30 plus studios, which is not a bad thing, because like Starfield, well, every game company, especially like AAA studios, would outsource, and like whenever there is not whenever you need something to get done, but it's not like a crucial part of the game, they would outsource it. For example, or maybe it's a crucial part, but it's not like the story part, like the story element, or it's not the motion capture with the actors and all of that. So they would like outsource it. Which, as an example, the other studio that makes the other space game that we're not going to talk about, and we're like talking about it. But yeah, they barely do that. But that's how you get shit done. Did they change the engine for Starfield? No, it's the same engine still. That's like one of the main issues.
Grumpy Eye.